What's up, Soul Family and everyone out there in the world? This is Nihility to Entity Tarot, and this is going to be a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, while the Sun is transitioning the first 15 degrees of Leo. Now, with that being said, Leo, you are conjuncting this energy, so you are the example of how everybody should act, or the example of how everybody shouldn't act during this time, while the Sun is transitioning through Leo. Leo itself is fixed fire, being fixated on its own ways of feeling the emotions, and it's also born out of the 5th house of expression and whatever you're creatively working on. Now, if it's in your moon, this is going to be you attracting others who are the example of what to do or what not to do, and if this is personality, this is personally interested in what you should be personally interested or not, and a spotlight into your personality, right? So, with that being said, let's shuffle these cards 3 more times, and we will begin. Alright, let's draw your cards. 9 cards plus an overall for your reading, while the Sun is transitioning the first 15 degrees of Leo. Alright, so, this being said, your overall energy of the reading is the Tower. So, this is Scorpio energy. So you could be dealing with the Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or you could have Scorpio in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified during this time. Alright, so with that being said, you are experiencing letting go of what doesn't serve you during this time, or what isn't best for your higher, betterment of your own well-being, for your higher self. Alright, so there's a lot of releasing going on during this time, I feel like. Now with the first card, you get the 9 of Swords, so this is talking about you being influenced by negative thoughts. Do your best to defend yourself from these negative thoughts, using, while being in the energies of creating a higher perspective and positive thoughts to deflect these negative thoughts. Alright? Now with the second card that you get is the Knight of Cups. Alright, create higher perspectives as well, if I didn't say so. But moving on to the Knight of Cups, you are emotionally going towards what you want and desire during this time, while the Sun is transitioning in the first 15 degrees of Leo. You're really emotionally connected to whatever this is, and we'll clarify this when we get to it. Which is also emphasized by the Queen of Cups, which is nurturing yourself and what you are doing in your life at the moment. You just can't let this 9 of Swords energy, by you agreeing with negative thoughts, bother you, and release whatever it is that that you need to release for the betterment of your well-being and your higher self. And so listen to your higher self. This is a card about nurturing yourself, nurturing what you do, as well as nurturing others who feel like they deserve it. Like the Queen of Cups is, she does not give her cup to just anyone. She only gives her cup to those she feels like she deserves it. So, use discernment during this time. Now with the War card is Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo energy. So this is your energy as well. Or you could have an Aquarius, be dealing with another Leo. You're dealing with an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, dealing with a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or dealing with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars. Or you have these energies in your chart somewhere, and if so, which you have Leo, which obviously this is Leo. So, but if you have Aquarius, Taurus, or Scorpio in your chart, this is saying that these energies will be amplified during this time while the Sun is transitioning the first 15 degrees of Leo. So, with that being said, you are completing a karmic cycle during this time and going into new cycles. Alright, which is the award is the final and last major arcana in the major arcana. And what's the fourth is the Fool. So after you complete this cycle, you are starting new cycles and a new beginning after completing this cycle. So with the next card being the Emperor, you are taking power and control over whatever it is that you're doing, possibly your own mind, or the mind that you use, because you aren't the mind, you're a spirit being no thing, no shape, no form, and taking power and control over your life, and releasing what it no longer is needed in your life for the betterment of your own well-being, your highest good. So with that being said, with the Emperor, this is a father-like figure, but do not take your power and control overboard or be overpowering per se. Take power and control over your life and what you are doing, but don't be overpowering. And be a fatherly-like figure and take leadership over whatever it is that you are doing. And you could also be dealing with an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or you could possibly have Aries in your chart. Alright? And if so, these energies will be amplified during the Sun in Leo, Sun transitioning the first 15 degrees of Leo. Now, with your next card being the Queen of Pentacles, this is talking about you nurturing yourself and really nurturing on what it is that you're doing. So a lot of people are going through this, a lot of signs are going through this energy of releasing and taking care of their business. Alright? A lot of signs are. Aries, Gemini, and Cancer was all like that. Taurus was more like taking care of their own selves, but this is Leo. So with you, Leo, you are taking care of yourself, but you could also be taking care of others. And if you do not want to be pregnant, do your best to use protection if you do not want kids. Now, with the next card being the Page of Cups, this is talking about you being a little bit introverted, and if you could see here that the water is a bit choppy, so you could be dealing with some choppy emotions during this time. Do your best to create higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings, and open yourself up more in a positive way. Alright? Don't let this choppy waters make you introverted and go within too much. Which leads to the next card, which is the Magician, which is Virgo energy. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or have Virgo in your chart somewhere, and if so, these energies will be amplified as well with the Sun transitioning the first 15 degrees of Leo. Alright? So, with that being said, you are manifesting during this time, and you have all the tools that you need to manifest. Now with the next card, last but not least card that you get is the Knight of Swords. So this is movement and strong movement and communicating about what you want and desire in your life. Now, let's move on to clarifying these cards. And starting with the overall, you get the Temperance. So you're letting the Tower fall of what no longer serves you for your highest good and the betterment of your own well-being. And you are mixing two or more words together from letting go of any type of words that are not serving you anymore. Alright? But you are in the process of mixing two words together. I feel like this is your business and some other type of word, especially with the Queen of Pentacles here, the Magician, and the Queen of Cups here, and the Emperor all being here, and especially with the Temperance, if you mixing two words together. Or you could be mixing your personal life with your relationship life, or your relationship life with your family life, something. Alright? Now, with moving on to the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is clarified by the Three of Swords. So with the Three of Swords, this is talking about you having a necessary sacrifice. Alright? Let me see. Alright, it's 15. Anyways, you're having a necessary sacrifice, but you may not want to let go of what it is that you need to let go of in order to move forward. This doesn't necessarily mean that you have to let go completely, but I feel like you are needing to let go of things that no longer serve you for the betterment of your own well-being, your highest good, and to really deflect these negative thoughts based off of this necessary sacrifice that you're needing to make. Now with the Knight of Cups is clarified by the High Priestess. So I feel like your intuition is guiding you to move emotionally towards what it is that you are feeling called to and what it is that you want and desire. So the same thing that you're feeling called to is the same thing that you and intuitively called to is the same thing that you want and desire in the emotional realm. And you have all the knowledge and wisdom to do so. This is Taurus energy. So Taurus is showing up 2 times. So you could have Taurus in your chart somewhere, and if so, those energies will be amplified during this 15 degrees of the Sun in Leo, as well as you may be dealing with the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Now with the Queen of Cups, you get the Moon card. So this, with the High Priestess and the Moon card here, both talking about intuition. This is a really good time to follow your intuition, follow your guidance, follow what your higher self is calling you to do, because this is for you. And embracing the unknown. Alright? You may not want to embrace the unknown, but in doing so, you will be nurturing yourself in the process. This is Pisces energy, so you could be dealing with a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or you could have Pisces in your chart somewhere, and if so, those energies will be amplified for you as well during this first 15 degrees of the Sun transitioning Leo. Now with the War card is clarified by the Star card. So you are healing from whatever it is that you're, after this completion that you've completed, you are healing from whatever this completion is. So after letting the tower fall, you are in the process of healing at the moment. And this might be what this Temperance card is talking about. You going through the healing process as well as going after what you feel called to do. Alright? But you are healing. And this is Aquarius energy, so you could be dealing with Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn. And with the War card, Taurus and Aquarius are heavily in this reading during this time. So having that unique and stable energy for you is very good for the betterment of your own well-being, your highest good. And you could have Aquarius in your chart, and those energies would be amplified as well if you do. Now with the Emperor gets clarified by the Ward card. So we have 2 wards, so this is really about a completion. Alright? Now this is a very powerful energy I'm feeling, a very completion energy, a very big shift happening in your life. Again, you could be dealing with Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, or Taurus, but I already said that for the first Ward card, so there's no need for me to say that again. But anyways, this, after you take power and control over whatever it is that you're needing to take power and control over, you will complete a karmic cycle and start a new beginning. Don't be afraid of the new beginning. Don't be afraid of taking the necessary sacrifices in order to start this new beginning. Now with the Queen of Pentacles, you get the Wheel of Fortune. These energies are very powerful. Again, Wheel of Fortune is a card of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So you have a lot of Aquarius and Taurus and Scorpio. This is a lot about transformation, gaining your stability, and showing your uniqueness out to people as well. So, and with taking care of yourself and taking care of what it is that you feel called to do, because if you notice, there are fairies in this picture, in the artwork, so this could be represented by your higher self, or whoever you consider your guides are, but there is cycles coming around for you. Alright? Now, with that being said, moving on to the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, that's what I feel like. You are holding on to things too tightly that are needing to be let go. Alright? So there is something that you are needing to let go in order to open yourself up in your life for more. Alright? So let go of whatever it is that you're needing to let go of. This could be also just be a mindset that you're needing to let go of as well, which is really digging into what it is that you want to do for your life, and then letting go of the mindset or whatever this is that you're holding too tightly on. You will open yourself more openly than the Page of Cups that we see here. Now with the Magician card is clarified by the 8 of Wands. So with the 8 of Wands, this is talking about you taking action, and by you taking action, you will be in manifestation mode. Alright, you are manifesting right now, and very powerfully so, with the World showing up twice, the Wheel of Fortune here, that both intuition cards, the Tower, which is getting rid of anything that does no longer serve you, and the Magician. This is very powerful energy, Leo. Right? I think this is one of the most potent readings I've done yet. But you are taking action towards whatever it is that you are manifesting. And you're manifesting from taking action. Now with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords is talking about the 6 of Wands. So with you taking the action and communicating about what you want and desire, or moving really strongly towards what you want and desire, just do your best to not to burn yourself out. You will reach a place of victory in your life. Alright, victory is coming for you. Alright, so big things are happening for you in your life. Alright, so with that being said, let's move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to end the reading off. Alright, so those cards. Alright, cool. Those cards fell out, and I feel like those were the ones that the Mother Moon wanted you to have. Now with that being said, your fourth card that you get is from Mother Moon to you through me is New Moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. So bring love into whatever it is that you are doing. Alright, open yourself up. Let go of any false mindsets that you might have, because the 9 of Swords is here as well. And really open yourself up to possibilities. Alright? And follow your intuition and keep healing yourself, and know that you are completing karmic cycles indefinitely. You also need to bring love into the situation with whatever you are doing for yourself. Now with your second card, you get full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. So you need to look at the bigger picture and not worry about the negative mindset, negative thoughts that you may be agreeing with. Alright? Really open yourself up. Look at the bigger picture of what you're doing in your life, and keep moving forward with what you are doing in your life as a whole. Now with the third and last but not least card that Mother Moon wants to give to you through me is Super Moon. Emotions are running high. So know that, and it makes sense with all this big energies coming out. You have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 major arcanas. Major arcanas are talking about the big picture of your life as a whole. Minor arcanas is really talking about the little things in your life that are not as big as the major arcanas. Hence the major arcana and minor arcana. But know that with all these major arcanas being here, this is no surprise. So keep in mind that emotions are running high for you during this time. Alright? Don't let these emotions get to you. Transmute these emotions the best way you can during this first 15 degrees of the sun transitioning Leo. Now with that being said, I hope this helped. I hope this brought any clarity to you. I hope this aided you in even ways. Shout out to the whole Soul family, Dolan the Pilot Man, Amelia Flying High, Esoteric Cloud Soulful, Polaris Moon, Nancy Darko, and Goddess Essence Energy, all y'all. And know that you are a very powerful spirit and are able to go through these emotions, look at the bigger picture, and really bring love into this situation. Like I said, I hope this helped, and I hope you have a good first half of the sun being in Leo. And with that being said, peace.